So much of what you do, the driving force behind that comes from numbers and data. And my understanding is that the statistics for impaired driving are badly out of date.
Unfortunately, that has been the case for the last 25 years plus. And it's a deplorable situation that the federal government needs to resolve quickly, because if we're going to make good policy, we need to have up-to-date numbers. So people ask me all the time about what has been the impact of the legalization of cannabis on driving and impaired driving statistics. And I say to them, based on our current statistics, we'll let you know in 2022, like almost 5 years after legalization. So that's what needs to change. Most countries have statistics within 6 months of any current year, calendar year being finished, and Canada needs to get in line with those countries that have good reporting on statistics so that we can make good data decisions and good policy decisions.
So you mentioned we haven't had up-to-date stats for over 2 decades. Why is there nothing more current?
Well, I think the federal government made a mistake a couple of decades ago, giving it to a third party and not coordinating it themselves, where if you look at most other countries, a prominent transport agency controls the statistics and reports on the statistics.
So how does that lack of data impact MADD Canada and other road safety organizations?
Well, when we work with government and advocate for certain road policy, for us, impaired driving legislation, we provide information, statistics, research to make our case for it, but the evaluation can happen to 5 to 7 years after that legislation. So you go into this period of time where you don't know. Where in most other countries, my peers, they have immediate results within 2 years. And so I think we've done a lot of innovative research, innovative legislation here in Canada, and this missing piece doesn't allow us to kind of accomplish that complete picture: legislation passed, police doing their job, the public cooperating with it, and so many less deaths and injuries caused by impaired driving.
Yeah, talk about that for a minute. It's got to be difficult to talk about a problem when you can't actually identify the most recent trends behind that problem.
Absolutely. It's totally embarrassing. Every time, I talk to the media and we start an interview and I say, well, these statistics are this amount of time old.
And they say old news.
Well, they're going, why? It goes into a different subject. And so unfortunately, we're now starting to kind of get some momentum on this. It's unacceptable. So hopefully, in the foreseeable future, we can resolve this problem.
How can this be improved?
Well, Transport Canada can take over the collection of the statistics so that we get timely, good results from the coroner's office and other data sources that we need.
And you think this could happen immediately?
It could. If the current Minister of Transportation was willing to undertake and see this as a serious deficit in our statistics, I would think so it could happen immediately.
Can you see a big positive change happening, should that be the case?
Well, I think, what it does is it allows us to evaluate a legislative change or a policy change and immediately adjust anything that needs to be done based on those statistics.
And speak to the fact that we're in the age of technology, that data should be readily accessible potentially.
It's inexcusable that we don't have this data, and it does not allow us to do the job we need to do to save lives and stop injuries from impaired driving.